Hello, and welcome to Anime Only, where fans can come to talk about the anime adaptations of popular manga. My name is Brandon. I got a new setup, got a new camera, got a new mic. Thought I'd try it out and see what you guys think about it. But enough about that. Let's get right into it. Episode 6 starts with Zoro dragging Luffy in his cage across what looks to be the roof that they were on in the previous episode, with Nami looking on, wondering why Zoro, as a pirate, would go through so much effort to rescue Luffy after just being stabbed. As Zoro drags Luffy's cage into the town center, they meet Chow Chow, or Choo Choo, and Zoro decides this is a good time to take a break. Luffy is pretty excited to see a dog, so he tries playing with it only to get his face chewed on. Luffy seems to take it in stride though, as Nami walks up and drops the key to his cage at his feet. And as Luffy reaches out for the key, Choo Choo eats it, drawing shocked expressions from both Nami and Zoro, and driving Luffy to grab Choo Choo by the neck and try wringing the key out of him somehow. Interrupting, the mayor of the now destroyed town walks over and starts yelling at Luffy to leave the dog alone, but notices that Zoro has a deep wound and rightly assumes that they tangled with Buggy's men. After depositing Zoro at his house to rest because Zoro, being stubborn, refused to go see a doctor and said he'll just sleep it off, the mayor then proceeds to explain to Luffy and Nami that Choo Choo has been standing vigil over the pet food shop that him and his owner owned before his owner passed away 3 months prior. After the mayor finishes his exposition, our group hears a loud roar, and our mayor informs them that that must be Beast Tamer Moji, a member of Buggy's crew. Nami and the mayor run away. Luffy pleads for Chow Choo to give him the key, but to no avail as he is still entrapped in the cage when Moji saunters up atop his huge lion, Richie. Here we get a little gag about how the Beast Tamer can make any animal do what he wants, only to immediately fail when he tries it with Chow Chow. It's another solid gag. You can see it coming from a mile away, but it still lands. I think it's hilarious. I get a chuckle out of it and I like it. After Luffy refuses to tell Moji where Zoro is, Moji orders Richie to attack Luffy, which incidentally breaks the cage and frees him. However, before Luffy can enjoy his newfound freedom, Richie shot puts him through a couple of buildings. And he lands at Nami's feet, and Nami is shocked that he can survive being thrown through a building, much to Luffy's confusion, because remember, he's been rubber ever since he was a little kid, so he's probably been real used to it, and he probably is at the point where he wonders why people around him get knocked out so easily. Believing he had won, Moji then turned his attention back to Choo Chow and the food store that he was guarding. And of course, Choo Chow doesn't back down for a second, and as a result gets his face beaten in. And after all of this goes down, Moji then leaves to continue searching for Zoro. After which, Luffy returns to Nami and a now mourning Chin Chow, and emboldened by the dog's loss, leaves to hunt down Moji. Upon catching up with Moji, Luffy makes quick work of Richie using his Gum Gum hammer. And as Moji, realizing Luffy has a devil fruit, starts begging for his life, Luffy is like,
I've got good news. You see, there's no need to wonder where your god is, because he's right here. And he's fresh out of mercy.
and scorpions this dude into a hammer blow, driving him like a nail into the dirt. I love this Luffy, man, all righteous fury and no holding back. It's so cathartic to see someone get what's coming to them so swiftly. Cause you don't mess with dogs, man, it's a rule. You'd think the Beast Tamer would have more respect for animals. After beating Moji, Luffy returns to a sad Choo Choo and a very pissed off Nami, who starts going off at Luffy because she thinks that all pirates are the same, and she's lumping him in with the likes of Moji, who just ruined Choo Choo's treasure. Even going so far as to threaten to kill Luffy now, before he can gather a crew and become a real problem like Buggy. To which Luffy responds with, "As if you could ever kill me," while he proceeds to Shushin to return the last box of food that Luffy liberated off of Moji. making Nami instantly regret her outburst. It's so cathartic seeing someone get what's coming to them so swiftly. Wait, how? Of course, she apologizes for being a heel, and encouraged by Luffy's act, the mayor rushes off to fight Buggy to protect the town. Luffy and Zoro, who is now awake and present because a buggy ball woke him up, tell Nami that they won't let him die because they like him. And they immediately follow him to Buggy's HQ just in time to save the old man from Buggy's grasp. And we end the episode with Luffy grabbing hold of Buggy's floating arm and telling him he's come to keep that promise he made to kick his ass. And that was episode 6 of the anime adaptation of One Piece. Some final thoughts and notes on the episode. It couldn't really work in anywhere else. When Nami is yelling at Luffy because she is grouping him in with all pirates being the same, she's yelling at him because, and I quote, "Pirates take everything that people hold dear." And all I can think is, lady, you're a thief. Your whole shtick is taking things that people hold dear. What are you talking about? I believe our Nami is a conundrum wrapped in an enigma, wrapped in a burrito supreme. And hopefully, we'll get to explore her more. Explore her backstory more. Chow Chow. Chow Chow has this bark that sounds like a person half-heartedly attempting to sound like a dog. Probably doesn't mean anything, but I noticed it, and now you will too. And with that, I want to thank the bloat for helping me reach double digits. At this rate, I'll have enough money to buy that hippo preserve I've had my eye on in no time. And I'd be interested to hear your thoughts on this episode, and or this video on said episode. It's the first time I'm trying out, talking face to face, and I would really appreciate some feedback. Leave all that down in the comments, and while you're down there, hit that like and subscribe button. And hit that notification bell for more videos like this from me. Hope to see you next time. Hi, Mom.